Guess what time it is? Flip-flop time. Today's show should be pretty interesting. I worked a overnight shift and I didn't have a whole lot of sleep before I didn't have any sleep before I went in. And then I only had a couple hours of sleep today, so I'm really tired. I also burned myself twice, putting my hand under hot scalding water out of the tap when I forgot that it was hot, and also burnt my finger on the steam on the rice cooker. So I hope 911 won't need to be called for any. Well, no starting fires today. We're just making something off the stove. But hopefully we won't need to go to the emergency room for any cuts or anything like that. I was laying on the sofa, channel surfing, and my body was actually melted into the sofa. And when my husband came out, I told him, I said, I'm not planning on moving anytime soon. But then I remembered that I have beef jerky to make. Alrighty, here's the setup for the beef jerky. Normally, I get a roast, but they didn't have any at the store. So I got this, you're not going to be able to see it, but it's shoulder roast. Normally, I don't pay attention to the cuts I get. I normally get the one that's like big and thick and round on top. Is that what it's called, a round roast? Okay, a rump roast?
Round or rump.
Round or rump roast. Okay, thank you. But I do like to have some marbling in there, but not a lot. And if you get stuff that is a lot, then just cut it off. You don't want all that gristle in it, but we'll go over that in a minute. And gotta have garlic. Big cloves. Made the mistake of buying little cloves, and they were a bitch to undo. Brown sugar. Most likely you're going to be using the whole package. Well, at least I do. I like it a bit sweet. And I fell in love with these Vidalia onions. Normally I get the little green onions. Are they spring onions? Yes. But I fell in love with these, so I'm just going to be using just a little bit of the top here and possibly a little bit of the bulb. Also have liquid smoke. I like the brand La Choy soy. Depending on where you are, you pronounce it soy sauce or shoyu. I remember my mom saying shoyu when we were kids, or when I was a kid. 5 spice. And then I have a secret ingredient that I'm actually missing, so this batch is going to turn out a little different. But that's it, and then we'll get ready and start assembling. But we're not going to be doing this right now. We're just going to be working on the slurry that or the marinade rather, that I make for the marinade. What are you doing? I normally get low sodium soy sauce, but the store I was at to get my ingredients, it was just the regular soy. So what I'm actually going to be doing is putting in a little bit of water. Thank you. Okay, so I just dump it in. I just dump the brown sugar in.
Can you show me how to do it? You should put the whole damn bag in.
I like it really brown sugary. So I normally do put the whole bag in it because, you know, the soy is really soy-y.
Soy?
Soy-y. So, yeah.
Soy.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I blow it?
Oh, looky there. It's my whisk friend.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
She's had that for years.
Hey, I'm different.
Well,
Should know this. Should know this by now. If you've seen my videos, you should know I'm a bit different.
Well, you're not a bit different. You're far out there.
On video too.
I don't care.
You're farther than Pluto.
I am free to be me. I'm me. And if people don't like it, that's too bad.
This ain't you.
Yes, it is.
You see her on a good day.
You don't know me very well. I don't open up to people
You don't
a whole
usually have
lot.
nice things on your teeth.
Oh, well, I haven't
That's
seen
why
a
she's-
dentist in years.
she's-
I'm Flip-Flop Contessa.
She's pulling a Skanklin County.
You should look at my videos, Derek.
You just call him Derek?
Derek,
Okay,
stop doing that. Okay, my guests have left. So when you mix this up, you're going to notice that it depends on how much brown sugar you put in here. You're going to notice that it's going to be, it needs to dissolve. So just keep whisking. And I like the smaller whisk because it fits in my hand better. Dawn has this monstrosity that actually hurts my, what'd you say? Hold on.
How does metal hurt your hand?
Because it's huge for my hand. He's got these huge monkey hands. Here's this big whisk, and it hurts my hand because it's too big.
Don't grip it so hard.
I have to, because it's just too big. It hurts my wrist when it's just too,
Let's do the comparison.
too big.
Let's compare.
See?
I didn't hit my head.
See?
Whereas the whisk fits perfectly in my hand.
Not mine. I got small pygmy hands, as he calls it. Okay, so next we're going to be chopping up the garlic. What I like the most about cooking is that I always find a way to incorporate some frustrations being released in my cooking. So right now I'm just going to get this out and then we can get to chopping away. And these are some pretty big cloves. Wow. Okay, here's the fun part. You can think about something making you mad, and you can just pound the hell out of it.
Why don't you take one of those pulverizer things instead of using a knife?
I gotta get the thing off. I gotta get this off, the paper off.
It's not paper, Mom.
Well, it's garlic paper.
No, it's not. It's skin.
Cool. Peel paper.
It's not paper. Paper's made out of trees.
Peel paper. What the? There we go. And if it's pulverized a little bit, that's okay. Oops. That should be enough. Next is liquid smoke.
You didn't even get the label. You got half of it.
Liquid smoke! Yes, I know.
One.
Don't tell me how many put it in. Hey! Oh, that's pretty good. Next is 5 spice. Now this is really strong. So you'll want to make sure that you only put a couple dashes, if that. So
You didn't come out. A little more.
let's taste it first. Generally, I don't like touching raw meat, but for this project it's definitely a must, especially if I don't have any gloves. And you want to make sure that you start out with a really sharp knife. So I went ahead and sharpened this beyond belief. Ooh, look at that, that cuts like butter. Ooh, yay. And when you cut into meat, make sure, just double check that your grain is going the way you want it. You don't want it to be like long fibers there. So this is going the right way for me. Another thing you want to remember about your meat is that you keep it thin. You don't want it to be too thick because then it won't dry out. Well, this is just a little too thick, but I don't like it to dry out all the way, so I like the chewiness on the inside, so that'll be a good piece for me later. So here's the meat, shrink wrapped, or saran wrapped rather. And it's just going to drain in the bowl here, and then I'll put it in the slurry tomorrow. So everything's just going to sit, hang out overnight, and then we'll come back to it tomorrow. I don't know what time it is. The smell of the garlic woke me up on my fingers. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Flip-flop time. Here's the beef jerky. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That smells so good too. That needs to stay in the fridge just for a little while longer. We want it to come out mostly black looking when it's done. And there's some red pieces here. I don't want that. And for the thicker pieces, I want it to get to the bottom or get to the middle of it. Now what you also could do is poke some holes in it. Dawn has this thingy that's all spikes, and you stab the meat with it. It's like a one line of spikes. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I stab the meat with that. Due to my husband's poor planning on his stuffing, drawing breadcrumbs, the maiden voyage of this dehydrator has now been hijacked by bread instead of beef jerky, so I'm not really happy at this moment. The meat is drained. We still have the pieces of the onion and the garlic, and you see how nice and dark this meat is now. And what we're going to do is put it into the tray and turn it on. Woohoo! And here it is. Ooh, it's so pretty. And inside, we have 3 1/4 trays here. So I'm just going to plug it in and let it do its thing, and the house is going to smell, oh my goodness, so good. Look at that. Now, this is what we have left from yesterday out of my 3 1/4 tray. I told you the hardest part is keeping your hands out of it while it's drying, because oh my goodness, it's so delicious. Yep. I would not recommend this cut of beef though, because it's a little too chewy, too fibrous, and I cut it the right way, so I'll have to remember not to get this cut. But I really wanted to make beef jerky, and that's all they had, so there goes my phone again. But you can see the pieces of garlic, and I put a little extra something on it, the brown sugar, right there. Oh my goodness, I didn't finish chewing there, sorry. There was just a little bit too much 5 spice in it when I ate a piece, so I decided to add a 3rd secret step, which isn't so secret anymore since I told you, is to just sprinkle them with brown sugar. But here's a finished product. I'm glad I didn't have any orders, or I'd be a little short. So this is what's left. It's so delicious. I hope you've enjoyed today's show as much as I have enjoyed eating my most delicious, fight-starting, lip-smacking beef jerky. Teriyaki beef jerky. Sure, I'm glad I didn't have to pack it up for anybody, because most of it went in my tummy. Till next time.